Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your reading for Sunday, the 12th of May. Big shout out to all of the mums who are celebrating Mother's Day today. If you're not celebrating Mother's Day, well, happy Mother's Day anyway. You still deserve the happy Mother's Day for that. A reminder that next Sunday, of course, I'm going live on my Facebook page. That's Sunday the 19th, 9 a.m. Australian time. I'm going to stay on a little bit longer this time, so we'll see how we go. And I say a lot. I only started to realise that when I started doing the readings, and I've tried to be conscious of it, but yeah, it's not helpful. It just makes me more conscious of the fact I'm doing it. What I do want to say too is I want to say a really, really big thumbs up for all you guys supporting me on Facebook with the videos. It's beautiful to have confirmed for you the messages you're bringing through from Spirit are the ones that are relating to you. Bit pointless putting thumbs down, but I understand you guys need to put thumbs down if they don't resonate with you, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me still. But if it doesn't resonate with you, for me, you're better off finding another reader. Because then if my readings aren't resonating, maybe I'm not the reader for you. Maybe it's not your day. But if the messages aren't for you, they're not for you. Okay, so very strangely, we have the Angel of the Night coming out. So this is the deck I'm using at the moment. Now, the Angel of the Night in this deck, when I first pulled the deck in, I was tempted to take this card out because there is no actual meaning for this card in the deck. They've just thrown it in, which is absolutely beautiful. But then I sort of looked at it and I thought, you know what? This sort of reminds me of this whole idea that you're whole and complete at the moment, that you're feeling really beautiful and you're in your own space. So when it comes out now, I see it like that. So there was no need for me to remove it because I really feel that this is representative of like the whole tarot deck. It's like everything is where it should be. You're in alignment, you're balanced, and you're feeling really beautiful and looking really beautiful. So it's almost like it's an Empress card. So I'm going to read it like that. Now behind that we have the Nine of Cups. Now, who wouldn't want those two cards in combination with each other? You know, you're feeling amazingly good. You're about to get a wish come true here. And then we have the Tower coming in. Now, I've seen this so many times, and then the Two of Pentacles is a decision. I've seen this so many times lately, like this very, very similar combination of things. And it probably sounds a bit repetitive, but I've actually seen it in some of the other readers I watch on Facebook. Now, somebody asked me the other day to talk about some of the people I watch on Facebook. So I'm going to try and bring you some of those people that resonate with me. But again, if their readings don't resonate, I don't feel that that's a direct reflection on them. I feel that if their readings don't resonate, that maybe I need to follow up on my moon sign, on my Venus sometimes too. I have my Venus in Aquarius, and sometimes I go for Scorpio because it's in my rising. So whatever this means to you, but this is coming up quite a lot in people's readings, and I don't think it's completely for Capricorn. So what I want to talk to you about is this wish coming true here. There is going to be some sort of declaration or some sort of offer from someone that you've waited for a very long time, and you've always wanted this offer. And I feel like for many of you at the moment, with the readings I'm doing and the people I know, a lot of people are coming together with their divine persons. So I know the universe is starting to get people back together or together at the moment. This is very, very strong in people's energies. This Tower is about stripping back the very last parts of your ego that no longer serve you. So what's happening in this particular situation for many people is somebody is coming that you never expected. You may never have expected to see them again. You may have been in love with them before. There could be someone from a past life coming in to offer you love. But whatever it is, you didn't see this happening to you. You may have still wanted it and you may have still thought about it, but you never thought it was going to happen, and it's about to come true. Now the thing is, what happens through this situation, you're going to transform by understanding how your ego plays a part in who you are, because the universe is dropping back this ego now. This is what it's all about, in order for you to love truly. But see, dropping back the ego then makes you question and query whether you want to still move forward with this particular person, or whether they've been just there to crack you open to show you who you truly are. So this has been happening for lots of signs in lots of readings, personal as well, where people are learning that underneath the ego and the things they've taught and the way they behave in society is a real person. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles coming up here. So some of you will go it alone after this particular incident. Three of Pentacles does talk about working with somebody else as well. So it could be that you want to work with the other person to build a relationship. We do have Temperance coming in here. So this is about having a personal balance, like understanding that you're in the right place, right time. Now, people talk about divine timing like it was still a clock. And I was thinking, what time's divine timing? Well, that's a really hard one to say to you, because divine timing is really when you're vibrating at the level of the universe to bring in things to you that you need to have. So if you're not doing the work on yourself, or you're not improving who you are, or trying to understand your ego, trying to understand your true self, grounding yourself, all of those things, if you're not doing any of them, divine timing can take some time. For those of you who are very spiritual, who do the work on themselves, who understand that we're here for a greater purpose, you may reach this balanced state a lot quicker than somebody else. So when I'm doing my readings, I always say to people, these are the things you need to be working on to be back in balance with the universe, or to expose or open yourself up to what you really are. Many people, especially people who've become spiritual, have had very, very tough childhoods, very tough lives. Not all of them, because I've spoken to people who've had absolutely beautiful upbringings, but are still very spiritual. But a lot of those people have done extensive work on themselves, through meditation, through understanding, through being conscious in the world, dropping the ego, understanding what role the ego has, and only allowing the ego to rise up in those times. Okay, Eight of Pentacles coming here. So you definitely have been working very, very hard to get to this point. Three of Cups coming in here, so there is a reason for you to celebrate. So for those of you who have been working hard on yourself, the universe is about to reward you. Okay, and look what is coming in, the Lovers. So you are getting your wish come true. This person is on their way to you. There is stability here. Could be an offer of marriage, long-term relationship. Queen of Pentacles. So obviously for some of you, you're going to be earth signs anyway. I don't even need to mention that. But this is more about you grounding yourself, being in a very grounded place, feeling very in touch with the soil, in touch with the world we live in line with what you are bringing in. So that would mean you're vibrating now at the same level as this person you've been waiting for. Whether they're new, whether they're old, whoever they are, you are now vibrating in line with them, and divine timing can take place. Oh, look at this. The High Priestess is coming in here as well. So your intuition's on point too. So you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and when you start dropping the ego, you don't question your intuition. So if your intuition says that, you need to do something, your ego doesn't step in and say you're not good enough, you're not right enough, whatever. This is trusting that inner person, your higher self. Okay, Four of Swords. So there is a need still to be really cautious with carrying on doing your meditative practices, taking time out to, it's funny because I always say taking time out, and there's a clock here on this one. It's absolutely beautiful. Taking the time to really be comfortable with who you are. It's about not questioning here. Not questioning your purpose. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that you're not going to question where you're going in life, because a lot of people do. But you only start to question your purpose when you start to get to this point. So I do know that, there are people who say to me, I don't know what my life's purpose is. But once you hit a certain point, you really start to get the messages through your intuition on what you need to be doing. So it comes to a point where you can start following your inner knowing, following the person that you know you are. And look what comes at the top. It's the card of judgment. So this is about rebirthing yourself. Wow, it's an amazing reading. Absolutely amazing. This is about discovering who you truly are. And you may almost be there, and it looks like whoever your person is coming in to open you right up for a greater understanding here. This is a wish come true. What can I say? A lot of you have an inner knowing that somebody is coming into your life. A lot of you have got to the point in your life where you know that person is there. You feel them, you know their energy, you may already know who they are. So I know that many of you are in that position. But for some unknown reason, even though you know that, your inner knowing says that, there's this stunned disbelief when it happens. But something they're going to say or do will bring in this tower moment for you. And because of that, whatever work you've done in the past, whatever you've been working on, you're going to bring yourself right forward here into what we call divine timing, which is about your vibration. So your vibration comes in line with the universe. So it's a beautiful, beautiful reading. And as I said, I've been listening to my own, the people that I really like to listen to that truly resonate with me, and this has been coming up in many of the readings in exactly the same way and exactly the same story. So if you've been waiting for someone, you've been doing all the work you needed to do, yes, for some of us it's taken years to wait for this to happen. I always say I have people, and I know people who are in excess of 20 years. So when you write to me and say divine timing and it's been 3 months, I'm like, yeah, you can't do a whole lot of work on yourself in that time. So this is about you doing the self-work too to make this happen. But the wave towards this has been happening because I've been doing a lot of readings. Oh, that card flew out. I've been doing a lot of, oh look, meditation brings answers. I've been speaking to a lot of people who have met their counterparts, their twin flames. It's happening, I hear now, at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I know we're starting to move towards that movement. The card of Remain Positive has come out too. I pulled another card because the universe picked the first one. But it is starting to happen. So don't give up, people. It is on the way. Have faith, have trust that the universe will provide. Thanks.